Another cave. I've spent enough time underground myself, but if you want to go in,
there.
I'm right behind you.
I knew I heard something. Teach you to mess with
Done
me.
and done.
Keep your hands to yourself. Everything's all right?
Where'd you come from?
Done and done.
Where'd you come from?
Done and done.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts.
You lost?
What's your business here in Winterhold? Should have known. Not that it matters anymore. No one bothers coming to Winterhold for any other reason. Winterhold has lost much of its history. I've heard rumors of the resting place of the Helm of Winterhold. The very same helm that Jarl Hansa wore in the First Era. Hansa was in line to be High King of Skyrim. Good. I'll have a sum of gold waiting. What's there to tell? It's mostly gone now. Someday there'll be proof they caused the Great Collapse. Most of a city just... I do. And if you count yourself among their numbers, then you've blood. There's nothing left. Everyone knows it's the college's fault that the sea swallowed our city. Still, I don't care how many colleges they build, or how much the sea swallows up. I'll outlast them all.
Ours is the only family left that truly cares what happens to Winterhold. Courier will be the first to tell you that if it weren't for that college, we'd all be better off. I agree with him.
My job is to serve the Jarl. Me? Nothing. And I hope to keep it that way. The Jarl is convinced I have some connection with the college, so he goes easy on me. Maybe you'd like to help me. It'd be good to have that staff, in case the Jarl... Thanks. I'll be waiting for it.
Don't think you can barter with me like I'm one of those damn shopkeepers.
We don't get many people like you. Ouch! Hey!
Best offense.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster.
I'm just trying to have a quiet drink.
Just say the word if you need. It's not much, but we get by.
It was a minor miscalculation.
Very little money passes through
I've already
Winterhold
corrected
anymore.
it for future
But if there's one thing you can count on, it's
This.
folks needing a drink now
This
and
is
then.
why people have a problem with your college now.
You mean the inn or Winterhold? Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the least. Most folk packed up and left years ago. A few of us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a living. We may not have
I
as
don't
much
deal
to
with any
offer as
college
Whiterun or
applicants.
Solitude,
No.
but we'll do what we can
Gods
to make
no,
your stay
not
a
for
pleasant
years.
one.
I left Winterhold for some time and returned to stay here. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former
If
colleagues.
you have business with the college,
All right, then.
I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used. You can talk. Most of the business we get is from folks here. That's right. College of Winterhold, just north of town. Hard to miss.
right. It's not like there's anything to do here but...
Got to thinking, maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't know it yet. I trust you're not planning any travel. What can I do for you, friend? I do what... Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price, I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top. Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk. Some line about this clothing in Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber. I don't... What was I thinking? I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem. Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing? It's... But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you? Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. All right, then.
Nothing like a goose chase around the whole day. Yes, but when I was here, it wasn't so...
You need to leave.
crumbly. I wonder what happened here.
You need to leave. If you're looking for Ranmir, he's either passed out in bed or working on winding up that way.
Die, Lord God. I love it.
Careful with that fire.
Kraldar's family was once very powerful in Winterhold. It's my honor
Winterhold may not look impressive. I'm afraid the Winterhold you see before you is somewhat underwhelming. I can assure you, though, that it was quite something in its prime. An early capital of Skyrim, you know. Sadly, the Oblivion Crisis took its toll on Winterhold, in more ways than one. Then, the Great Collapse swallowed most of our beloved city. You may have noticed the college just to the north there. Very prestigious place. Mages from all over Tamriel traveled here to seek knowledge. After the Oblivion Crisis was over, many felt that magic users were to blame. Elves, to be specific. It created a great deal of tension. A good many dark elves were driven from the city, and people became uncomfortable with the presence of the college. Just about 80 years ago, there was a terrible disaster. The cliffs overlooking the Sea of Ghosts collapsed, taking most of Winterhold with them. In the middle of it all, the college was practically untouched. Many of the survivors were suspicious. Some believed the mages were behind the whole thing, and others felt they could have at least prevented it. Archmage Aaron assures me that his people had nothing to do with it, and I believe him. But Winterhold never recovered. Goodness, no. They're simply scholars. They mean no one harm. I've had several conversations with Archmage Aaron over the years. Oh, he's perfectly polite, if a bit guarded. Until next time.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the Immortal Plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. A standard spell for one skilled in destruction magic is the Firebolt. Casting one at the seal on the ground here would be sufficient. No? Well, if you think... Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if... Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
This must be that full Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
No matter what, the college will endure. You'll need to speak with Mirabelle Irvine. Her quarters are in the Hall of... She's the You do well to remember that. We are the only group... There are others who study, to be sure. But they do... Certainly. Destruction spells come in different form. Concentration spells can be You'll also... Focusing solely on flames... I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on.
I'm no fan of the sun. It would be better than this.
Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes.
Welcome to the college.
I'm simply trying to understand...
Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, You may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off.
College of
Winterhold has been a fixture.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching
and the
all
Archmage's quarters above
very
that.
closely.
While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus,
I have many.
run the
Now
day-to-day
that stability has
operations.
been established
Now,
between the
please
Dominion
follow
and
me.
the
I'll
Empire,
show you the living
we seek
quarters.
only to help, to
Unfortunately,
guide
we've
its
had to
people
implement
through.
more stringent
I
entry procedures
am at the
due to some
Archmage's,
problems with the local
perhaps not
members.
as often as he
We
should.
don't anticipate any
In
real
time,
violence,
I
but
believe
it
he
never
will be
hurts to be prepared. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and sessions. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to.
Don't trust that one. He's up to something. Most here are up to something. I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. He is rather handsome, though, isn't he?
My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. Until next time.
You know, you can see me? But you can hear me, obviously. Something still isn't quite right. At least I'm making progress. I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realms. Illusion. I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realms. If only I... Oh my, that's quite a... Never... They can turn the tide of a battle. There are also spells that help in avoid... There may be the various points of focus for magic... I see. The magical energies underneath the college still... Very well. Go to each... Return the glove... Please exercise caution. Use the gloves to clear the focal points. Return to me when you have finished. I made this rather clear. What do you need? I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realms.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more... Well, all right, here. A moth priest? What in oblivion do you need a moth priest for? Fine, fine. No need to get your britches in a twist. The obvious answer is to go to the Imperial City. The moth priests make their home in the White Gold Tower. Sometimes they go out looking for Elder Scrolls. Lucky for you, there's a moth priest in Skyrim right now, doing just... He stopped in to do some research in the library, then left for Dragonbridge. If you hurry, you might catch him there. I don't want to see you treat... A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books? Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to... Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research material. I have a few things laying around that weren't worth adding to the collection. You may look through them. As a matter of... immensely powerful. He holed himself up in lab. Since then, I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of it. Hundreds of years of... into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand?
I think the college is due for a change in leadership.
You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. The Great Collapse, as it has come to, an unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. Entire districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. The college survived, and so... Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us.
Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet? Ah, this is good. But Jizargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo. Mages in Cyrodiil are all about... Skyrim was not Jizargo's first... Oh, but you are wrong. The only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see it. There is much for Jizargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will.
Before you even ask, yes, I have an ancestry steeped in magic, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I know Winterhold used to be full of my kind, and no, I don't care that they're all gone now. Does that cover everything? No, I suppose we haven't. Brillina Marion of House Telvanni. First of my family to leave Morrowind in a long time. Now I'm here to study conjuration. That's what's important. Didn't you know? Before the Oblivion Crisis, many elves called Winterhold their home. More visited the college from Morrowind every year. After, growing distrust of magic made life difficult for many. Some left rather than endure the growing hatred from the local Nord. Others returned home after the Red. Winterhold itself died in the years between then and now. So far, I just want to learn. I know I don't... I can't tell if he expects me to blow myself up or to try and murder him.
New here too, eh?
He clearly doesn't trust
It's
any
good to
of
see
us.
another Nord.
Until
I feared I'd be the only one.
Volatile,
Almost doesn't feel like Skyrim, being
unless
so
you can
far away
control
from the
it,
rest of the world here.
can and will destroy you.
Magic is shunned by most. Magic is seen as something for elves.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic.
Get away
it
from
takes
me.
years, if not decades, of practice and study.
And what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Well, your classmates certainly seem to disagree with you.
Don't listen to him. We can do it. Just give us a chance.
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up.
What you learn here will last you a
or else
lifetime.
this won't work.
Several, if
I
you're
don't want to hurt
talented.
you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
It's no secret that the
Good.
college's reputation
The key
in
to
Skyrim
wards
is...
is that they take time to charge. Not long, but you can't. Also, if your ward isn't negated by an incoming spell, it will recharge itself after a moment. Just be careful. Casting wards requires constant concentration, and I can certainly share a bit of what I know.
College is a bit of an oddity. Well, throw in... And finally, take the fact... Not at all. My family was convinced... I know he's from... I also know that no one really believes that. I've been trying to avoid him, honestly.
Skyrim could not be more
All right,
different from elsewhere.
I have many important things in my mind.
Magic is
Your
the same,
concerns
no
are
matter
not
where
mine.
you go.
If you require assistance with summoning techniques, please let me know. If you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronachs roaming their town. The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college. Not with it. Thalion is the only one I know who is public. By sure necromancy as any other type of... Of course, non-mages may... He didn't like... Thalion said he hated... I understand he settled down. I'll teach you some of what I know, but be careful. Now, if you'll excuse me.
It's always encouraging to see the younger generations embracing education.
You know, this is one of... Not really. Just that it's very, very old. It was one of the first cities of men.
Come in, come in. I was just about to take a break. Talos guide you. Both along. We'll those faithless dogs who this land belongs to. Keep walking. Don't even think about
Ran off. Must be gone. Must be gone now. Must be. Must be gone now. Ran off. I was sure I heard something. Ran off, I suppose. Where'd you come from?
You're trespassing.
Where'd you come from? Must be gone now. Where'd you come from? Must be gone now.
You must be lost. The tavern is down the road a piece.
Welcome, traveler. A moth priest? I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about that.
Try asking one of the guards.
I grew up an orphan on the streets of Lowgrove. When I met Michelle, Of course. You ask if I'm worried. I'm terrified. Both the Imperial... They stated... And that's not all. They took a heap of our lumber, and one tried to
What
have
do you
his way
need?
with my daughter.
Ah.
They think they can do
So
whatever
that
they
was a
want.
moth priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop. Just headed south across the Dragon Bridge. Destruction magic's fine. Just don't go burning down any buildings.
rest? I'm quite all right, thanks to you. Dexian Evicus is my name. These vampires claimed they had some purpose in store for me, but they wouldn't say what. Probably hoping to ransom me, the fools. You do? All right then, enough mysteries. You have an Elder Scroll. Remarkable. If my knowledge of history serves me, I recall that the Dawn Guard was an ancient order of vampire hunters. I will be happy to assist you with your Elder Scroll. Just tell me where I need to go. Very well. I'll hurry on my way there before more of those vampires turn up.